this is my first example on working with complex numbers. So the whole thing about complex numbers is that we represent the square root of -1 with the imaginary number I. Okay, so the square root of -1 is going to be represented by the imaginary number I. And mathematicians use this and find it very, very useful in lots of different scenarios. Okay, so our problem here is to work out the square root of -25. Well, we know that there's no real number that multiplied by itself will give you -25. So we would say that -25 does not have a real square root. But with complex numbers, we can do something else. We can say that getting the square root of 25 must be the same as getting the square root of 25 times -1. Okay, because 25 times -1 is -25. Well, we know that as long as we're talking about multiplication, we can split up square roots. So that would be the square root of 25 times the square root of -1. Well, the square root of 25, we know that is 5, and the square root of -1 is I. So in other words, the square root of -25 is equal to 5I. Okay, that's it. It might seem a strange idea, but that's how mathematicians deal with it. We separate out the -1, and then we replace the square root of -1 with I.